is important, right? It's important for children in urban settings because you can still ask youth today, unfortunately, where does food come from? And they'll say grocery store, which makes sense. It's not wrong, but, we lack the full footprint. My name is Natasha Tallman, the administrative assistant to Jerry Hebron, who is the executive director here. Oakland Ave Urban Farm is a program within North End Christian CDC. And so the mission and vision of North End Christian CDC is to rebuild the economic stability within the North End. So 1999, Reverend L. Bertha Carter is the founder of North End Christian CDC, but before it was even a nonprofit organization, she began doing work in the North End. She's the pastor of the church that they're housed in. She would provide food out the back of her truck, repurposed food from the Kroger warehouses, the bakery, and I believe the meat warehouse. She'd get the food that they couldn't legally give to the grocery store, but was still very good, and she'd give it to North Enders out the back of her van. From there, she saw another vision, or had a vision, about the youth in the neighborhood. And so what she wanted to do was provide a safe haven, a safe space for them, not only just provide for their bodies, their nutrition, but she wanted to provide for their minds. And so she began an after-school program, literacy program, where they worked on mathematics, science, some computer skills, and all of the youth, they saw improvements in their grades. And I think it was like 2000, 2001, maybe. Don't quote me on that date. But her daughter, Jerry Ann Hebron, became the executive director, and she kind of catapulted all of the work that they were doing at that moment. That has now catapulted to us being the very first 4-H urban program. Right, and so we're a 4-H program. The children receive scholarship opportunities. So on the 6-acre footprint that we have, there are several pieces of property that we own. Most of those properties are being renovated, currently are being renovated for an artist hostel. Everything that we're working on right now, including the old Red Jazz Shoe Shine building, which is a historical building that we were able to purchase. We're renovating that to bring in local business owners to kind of reactivate the space back on Oakland. So that's one, reactivating the space back on Oakland. Two, activating some of the vacant buildings that we have, utilizing the surfaces of the building for water catchment, again, turning them into artist hostels, which should be able to pay themselves. I feel like what truly makes us uniquely different is the fact that Oakland Avenue Urban Farm is going to be, I will say that because we are not yet, but they are striving to be one of the only sustainable urban farms in the city of Detroit. So when I think of Detroit, unfortunately, it feels like Detroit is two different things, right? Detroit is downtown, Midtown, those newly developed Courttown areas, that's Detroit. But if you think about the local people of Detroit who live in the local communities of Detroit, that's Detroit to me as well. And so if I would think of how Detroit could become more sustainable, would be to invest in their communities. Yeah, invest in the youth here, invest in the community, invest in the school systems. As far as sustainability goes, but because also when I think of the word sustainability, it's like, just thriving within itself, invest in local business, but make sure local business is actually local business, like it's representative of all of the people that make up the footprint of the city of Detroit.